Osio, what's up, beautiful souls? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Mamina. You can call me Mina for short. This is a pick a card for the collective, focusing on why they hurt you, the healing that's coming, the healing that needs to be done. This is a possible trigger for many of you, and the they could be anybody. So with that being said, let's get you centered by closing your eyes. Inhale slowly for the count of 7. Hold the breath for 7. Slowly release the breath for 7. Pause the video and do this as many times as you need to until you feel grounded and centered, and then choose the pile that's calling to you the most. You may resonate with more than one, but I always say focus on the one that's drawing your attention the most. Make sure that you're using your discernment, tapping into your intuition and separating it from your opinion so that you can get whatever part of the message is for you. Remember that it's collective, so only take what resonates to and for you, leave what doesn't. You have an option between 1 and 2. Take this time to choose your pile. All right, pile 1. You chose this tarot here. I'm hearing this song. It's an old school song. Things keep on passing me by. Ba, 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 ba. Something about being passed by, or maybe feeling stuck due to something this person did, so things feel like they just move past you, or this person tends to just move past you. There's a sense of like just being. Not in a good way. You know, sometimes just being can be like, oh, I'm just resting in a space. This feels more like I'm seeing like a person sit on a chair and life's just happening around them and they're just sitting there. Like they feel like they can't get up. They might want to, but they just don't seem to have the energy. So that tells me that whoever hurt you drained a lot out of you. And that at some point you might have just become kind of complacent with it. Like, okay, this person's going to come. They're going to do this. I'm going to do that. Whatever. Whatever. And this is an energy that you still need to purge from yourself, even if you have left this person alone. But pile 1, let's get into why they hurt you. Why did this person go out of their way to hurt pile 1? Or these individuals? Yeah, see, look, hangman. Okay, hanging from the upright position at that, not the upside down position. It's like keeping you hung up on them, keeping you hung up on a word, or stuck like you can't move, stifling your strength here. Probably acting bigger and bolder than you. It's like they don't want you to see your inner power. They don't want you to see your inner strength, because then that way they can keep you stuck. They can keep you hung. I feel like you might have been, prior to your awareness, you could have been going through some type of growth, some type of awakening without catching on to it right away. People can see your potential and see what you're capable of sometimes before even you do. In fact, in most cases, that's the case. It's like when a person has star quality, someone somewhere sees it before the individual, and some people want to stop you before you can stand in the light and be who you're supposed to be. If they feel like they can't benefit from it, they don't want you going too far from where they are. I don't feel like this is a person who stays consistent in your life either, whether it be a family member or an ex. It's like they're always in and out, passing by, just constantly passing by. But they've gotten you used to sort of just sitting there and or opening the door and allowing them back in. And Spirit is saying, no, you have the energy within yourself to conquer this, to conquer these fears, to conquer this person thinking that they can just come in and out your life and do what they please. You're stronger than them, and they're afraid of you stomping them out. And that doesn't have to be literally. Nobody's promoting violence. But it's like, I want you to think that you're beneath me. Hung up on what I say. Always feeling like you have to be on display. It's something about this that feels like on display. Let's get more into this message for pile 1. This person was blocking and is still trying to block some type of connection, divine connections and opportunities. So for many of you, this could very well be an ex or a person that tried to keep you from being with somebody that was actually good for you. You know how some relatives will be like, so-and-so's no good, or they're too good for you. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to put someone down. And sometimes it's family being protective. Sometimes family may even be right, because sometimes people could be blind to things. But this feels different. This feels like I'm purposely trying to put a wedge between you and certain opportunities, between you and certain people that could elevate you. And this is whether you're masculine or feminine. It's like if you and the right people were to come together, that's a dynamic pair. If you and the right person comes together, that's a power couple. And this person just constantly pops up and intercedes. If it's an ex, they pop up every time they think you're moving on. Every time. And they wear you out with their bull, with their excuses. And then you might find yourself not wanting to talk to nobody, not wanting to really. You should heal before you try to date anyone. Right? But at the same time, you find yourself possibly becoming bitter, which is feeding into them, because you being bitter, you feeling uninspired and stuck, that's not hurting them. You choosing, oh, I'm gonna just be single forever, or oh, I'm just never gonna trust anybody. Oh, if blood can't take care of you, why would a stranger take care of you? Those mentalities don't hurt them. They only hurt you. And it just gives them the excuse to say, see, I knew I was right about that person. I knew that they were going to always be there. They were always going to be sitting on that couch. And I could just pass on by and come through and do the mayhem I want to do and then bounce, because they're going to always be sitting right there. But that's not what you're meant to do, though. You're not meant to do that. And this energy that you have within yourself that you need to let loose, this Ace of Fire, they fear this most within you, because once you actually start accepting who you are, the power that you have, and you take command, Ace of Wands, Ace of Fire is taking command of your inner energy. It's taking hold of opportunities and acting upon them. It's casting energy out and trusting and expecting what comes in, not setting expectations to be restricted, but actually trusting that the universe will deliver what's necessary for you. That person doesn't want you to do this. Aces are divine offers. They're divine moves. They're gifts. You're a gifted person, whatever that may be for you. And this person seen it. This individual saw that within you and wanted to pretty much keep you tame, keep you timid. If this was a parent, it's like parents who tell you how to dress, where to go, who you should date, who you shouldn't talk to. And they tend to support people that they feel they can control you through. So they'll support a partner who they can get in the head of and still dictate to, or they'll choose people who are like them, like they believe in the same things they do, stuff like that. And again, if it's an ex, it's the knowing what makes you tick, probably because they gave you most of those ticks. That's why I say traumas are what? Meant to be cleansed. Face them, see them for what they are, see why they're there. What's the lesson? When you find the lesson, you find the blessing, and then you can move on and you purge it. And then no one will have the capability to control you anymore through that same trigger. This is why people invented triggers for individuals to begin with, because they want to be able to set you off or tone you down or make you feel a certain kind of way. That's a power play for them. And then you end up feeling like crap because you're feeding into whatever it is, right? Like wanting you to just be hung up on me. Don't go too far from me. Feel like you have to be stuck here. Don't notice your skills. Don't notice your gifts, these skills that you have, the drive that you can have. No, instead they haunt you. They don't want you to see your skills and give attention to them. So they wear you out by constantly stressing you out. They're like the Grudge, just all in your ear, just popping up right when things go good. Here they come. And instantly your whole mood shifts. Your whole mood shifts. You might move differently too. Like if they go into a certain location, you might go the opposite way, and then you miss out on things just because they entered the space. This person does this because they can. This person does this because they're jealous of what you're capable of. And if they can't benefit from what you're capable of, then they darn sure don't want you to benefit from it. We have 9 and 6 out here, and 7. Those numbers feel important. Those numbers I just said feel really important. 3 as well. 12 and 3 also feel important. Yeah. This person does too much, far too much, but they can see what you're going to be capable of as you move forward. They can see how you'll be able to take your dreams and your passions and make them a reality. They can see how you could elevate. Look at how she's risen up here, right? And look at how this person seems to be praising this divine feminine. This is whether you're masculine or feminine. They can see you elevating. And they can see people being drawn to that elevation and even supporting it. And if it's you being above them, they're not satisfied nor happy. And you have to allow yourself to realize that you're not here to be somebody else's pincushion. You're not here to be someone else's rag doll that they can just come in and play with when they want to and then leave. And it doesn't matter if this person was an ex, a family member, an overbearing, whoever it is. They don't mean you no good, and you know this, and you don't owe them anything. You don't owe them nothing. Let's get into your healing. Let's get into your healing for pile 1. Exactly. Like I said, if this person's an ex, they're trying to keep you from a greater connection. They haunt you. They pop up right when things seem to be going good for you, and they try to find their way to get back in your good graces. And even if you don't really let them in, they know how to have an effect on you. There may be relatives or friends that y'all mutually have, so-called friends, who talk you back into tolerating this person. Or you'll say you don't want to be bothered, and they'll purposely invite them to things just like because they're on their side, or because they think that they're who you should be with. But all you ever experience with this pain is with this person is pain and loneliness, right? They're not a soulmate to you, but they're keeping you from one who might be. They're like a phantom who creeps in, because once you actually go off and do you, and you draw in the right energy, they're never going to be able to get through that door again, which means what they gain access to from you, your energy, your successes, your triumphs, they're no longer able to stop that or make it stagnant or be in the way. You'll be too high up. You're already high up. You're already in an awakening phase. You've been through multiple, I feel like multiple ascensions already. It's just the only thing keeping you stuck with this person is them being able to stay in your head. And for those of you who moved on and you just needed that clarification that you're not tripping, because again, you may have people who constantly try to get you to forgive this person, especially if they're family, right? If they're family and they keep messing up, they'll do the, oh, blood's thicker than water and all that other shit. Well, blood wasn't thicker than water when they were screwing you over, was it? So there's that. And there's some type of person or connection, people, soulmates can, soulmates is in reference more so to a mate. However, soul tribe, soul family, those are people who are also soulfully connected to you, and they're kindred spirits. So in a sense, in an essence, that's why it's so easy in English for people to say soulmate all the time when they're referencing those things. Soul family can be people related to you or not that are like family. They're going to watch out for you. They're going to protect you. Soul tribe is a community that you can build around yourself. They support you. They have their own way of looking out for you too. And then you have those divine counterparts. Soulmates are path driven. Somebody's trying to get in the way of your path so that you can't be drawn to the connections you need to be. Let's say you were in something even, more intense, like a twin flame connection. Then they're trying to keep you from completing that mission. It's like, I'm going to intercept. If they're an ex, they pretend to be this. That's how they probably get to you. They could be playing on that whole, oh, I'm your soulmate. You know, you and I are supposed to be together, blah, 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 blah. Nah. And you were waiting for the confirmation. There you go. No. Soulmates don't do none of this. Twin flames don't do none of this. Separations are out of fear. It's not a preordained, destined thing that happens. It's fears, insecurities, and karmic ish that gets in the way and cause people to sometimes have to separate to take care of themselves before they can see value in another. It's not to accept or put an excuse on bad behavior, to justify bad behavior. That's not what it's about. You're either on this path driven thing or this mission driven thing. Mission driven thing is going to lead to a lot more, stuff and things to deal with. But again, it's not a divine gift to be separate. And it's like this person might be playing on that with you. Like, oh, I'm going to go and come back, but I always come back and blah, blah, blah. It's something here that it already feels foul and smells foul to you. But whatever the attachment is, you got to cut that cord. You might have been feeling the need to cut cord. Do it. That's your intuition talking. If this was family, it's family trying to keep you stuck where they want you to be. And if you have a person who encourages you and says you can do anything you put your mind to, you're capable, you're willing. Here they come, creeping in, trying to steal your light again, trying to stuff it out so that you can stay right down there in the gutter where they are. Because at the end of the day, the only way they can see in their own darkness is by utilizing your light until they make you like them. And then they can go, see, that's why I don't ever need to be a good person, because look at how quick they thought so-and-so was so good, such a goody two shoes, so smart, so intelligent, so this, so that. But look, they fell from grace too. Misery loves company. It doesn't love itself as company. It just needs to validate itself by bringing misery into the lives of others. And they always go for the person who they think they can snuff the light out of. And depending on the level of misery you fall to, they always abandon, they always turn. At the very least, they'll come and go just to peep to be sure that you're still in a slump. Somebody needs to hear it that way. You don't need to justify and make excuses to tolerate this person's presence, because all it's doing while they're sitting up here, whether they be family or an ex haunting you, they're keeping you from who you really should be connecting to, or the people you should be connecting to. Both of these, this girl here and this person, is representing you. Be you masculine or feminine. The character, you see how he has the lantern, he's looking for the light, and then here is this person. The light, my precious, wanting to take it from you or snuff it out of you. There's something about a haunting, like preying on your energy, like a haunting. We have take off your mask, the 11 card. This person makes you hide yourself. They make you sit on that couch and do nothing. It could be literally sitting on the couch, or it could just be not moving in life when you feel you should, because you're so exhausted with all of this mess here. Your healing is when you allow yourself to realize, I don't need to be haunted by whispers of a person making false promises, pretending to be false path-driven missions. I don't need that issue. I don't need that problem. In fact, it's no longer my problem. They're going to have to find their own way. They're going to have to find their own light, but they're not going to keep snuffing mine and utilizing me. That's where your mentality needs to be at this point. And instead of hiding away and shielding yourself and, oh, I don't want to do this. And no, don't date until you feel healed and you feel ready for that. For someone who maybe you feel like it's time to date, right? You're going to have to go in and do the personal work, because you don't want to enter another connection like this because you weren't healed, or get into a connection and then it's issues and problems because you can't seem to let go of the past. But it is quite possible that someone's going to come into your life in the midst of your healing process. And they might come in as a friend first and just start helping you to pulling you up, raising you up. I always tell you guys, stop always looking for the fall into love. Look for the being uplifted into love. That's a very different thing. Fall can be sometimes the initiation phase, but fall can easily turn into a pull down effect. You're looking for someone that elevates your energy. You elevate their energy. When you go through your lows, you're not just staying afloat. You're able to rise above. Those are different vibrations. They translate differently. That's what someone's trying to keep you from. If it's close bonds, these could be friendships that you're meant to have. They're your soul tribe, your future soul family. And it's like they don't want you to have it, because once you do, that support, it's gonna take you somewhere out of these people's reach. So take what resonates for you, because there's different energies here. We got the energy of an ex here. We got the energy of possibly maybe like a relative or somebody trying to keep you from finding alignment with the right partner, with the right situations and people. Different things for different folks. Maybe all of it resonates for you. Maybe you're going through a little bit of all of it. And you needed that confirmation that moving on is a must. That healing your heart is a must. Having courage is a must. You had the strength card and you had courage come out here as well. Let's get into some healing crystals. We have the healer. Listen. What I tell you. You're the light. When these people are sitting down there and they're going through their ish, they utilize your energy and your strength to help themselves, but they give you nothing. This ex or this fake wannabe, I'm not gonna call things titles and belittle them when they're actually something strong just because other people turn them into ideologies. That's not my responsibility as an advisor here. But what I will tell you is that there are people who fake. Just like a person can fake a diamond, a person will fake being your soulmate and they'll be karmic to the bone. And a lot of people get used to karmics being referenced to as soulmates. That could be the case if you're turning quite karmic-y yourself. There'll be that perfect balance to the bullshit. But when there's something you're healing and you're elevating, they're a block. They're a lesson. Sometimes they're one over the other. But they're never something that's meant to take root and stay. They're a season. They pass by. And it's like this particular individual you're dealing with, or individuals, they want to stay rooted in your life because you're the healer and they see it in you. Everything you touch feels better. Everything you touch mends. You're probably the person who people rely on. You're probably the first person somebody calls when they're going through an issue. It doesn't matter what it is. You could be sitting on a train minding your business and somebody's telling you their whole life story. It's a gift. It's not a curse. Stop seeing your gifts as curses. You just need to realize to use discernment. And there are some people who are going to be blessed with giving. You're going to give them the grace to be in that presence, and some just aren't. That's just the reality. It's not that the gift is a curse. You got to know when somebody's worthy of that and when they're not. Grace is something everybody has, and we can all choose to share with each other. And when somebody is deserving of your grace, you find yourself being deserving of theirs. And there's an exchange that happens that's a blessing instead of a curse, a jinx, a problem. It doesn't mean you won't go through highs and lows and mountains and hills and valleys, but you navigate that shit different. This person is trying to keep you from elevating into your gift, into your power. And healing is going to look different for different people. Maybe you're a doctor. Maybe you're a nurse. Maybe you're somebody with healing hands. Maybe you just have healing words. You could be maybe you want to be a therapist, or perhaps whatever job you do. I don't care if you're working at a cash register. You have this effect on people. And if you can have that effect on somebody outside of yourself, best believe you can have the effect on you. This person don't want you to realize that, because then you'll start healing these traumas. Then you'll start elevating out of this madness, right? And then they can't come in and do what they want to do no more. I want you to pay attention to synchronicities here. Look at these two images. Over the shoulder. Look here. There's a face right here. It's like the Grudge, over the shoulder. Seeing the truth frees you. And I feel like most of y'all know this already. We have self-expression. What did I say earlier? They don't want you to be able to really express yourself, to really be you, because to do all of that would free you, to let their energy go, to really shine your light. That keeps them from doing what they want to do. Let's get into your chakra energy. We're going to be using the chakra guide by Star Soul. I believe her account is Star Soul Holistics. We have third eye chakra, intuition. I just said that. Psychic abilities. Look at all that. Just look. Many of you have these gifts, and somebody wants to use them to their benefit. You don't have to want to be a psychic. You don't have to want to do all of that, but you can use your gifts in your everyday when you're working with people, when you're working on your own manifestations. And if this person can block that or get you to use it for them by always being up under your energy, always goes back to that old saying, when you're doing bad, they're doing great. When they're miserable and angry and they come and create problems with you or fighting with you, they can go off about their way and be just fine hanging out with their boys or girls or whatever. And you're the person sitting on the couch. I keep seeing it. Somebody needs to get up off the couch. Get off the couch. We have root chakra, stability, security. Look at all that. This person doesn't grant you that, but you bring it for them when you stay still. It's time to get grounded in yourself. We have crown chakra, awareness. What I say, you guys are going through this like awakening. And the hangman can actually represent that. It's not just representing the metamorphosis and awakening and whatnot, but the hangman can also represent activation of the crown chakra as well. And in this case, somebody wanted you hung up on them, stuck, suspended indefinitely, so that you couldn't reach that. The crown chakra is actually above the head, and it can penetrate into the top of the head. So it's more of an in-between space than just a physical body or just a lack of it. It's like an in-between space depending on how you activate and where you're going with it. And you guys have that capability of really tapping into these higher energies and bringing all kind of blessings and prosperity into your life. You just need to change your thought processes and let go of this energy that doesn't allow you to heal and express yourself. And Pile 1, that was your message. I pray that gave you the clarity and the guidance that you needed. Let's ring out your reading. Peace, love, and light, beautiful soul. All right, Pile 2. We're gonna get into you, love. Like ringing. Sometimes I feel like ringing the energies in after I've already blessed the space, and other times I don't go with it. There's always a reason. We're gonna get into why they hurt you. Pile 2, why did they hurt you? I'm hearing Aretha Franklin. I'm hearing an Aretha Franklin song. Someone being a liar and a cheater. I'm not hearing the whole thing. It's just that one part. Use a liar, use a cheater, like over and over again. So we'll see. This could still be anybody. Doesn't have to necessarily be a love interest. That song is a love song. So somebody was selling a person a pipe dream here. That they knew they couldn't fulfill. It was never really in the plans to fulfill, honestly. I think this individual just wanted you confused. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Let's break this down. This person, this individual that you dealt with, it feels like they sold you a pipe dream. Like they told you, we can make a home together. We could be so successful together. You and I, let's do this. Let's make something all our own, blah, blah, blah. This could, now, I just want to be clear with y'all. For some of you, it was a significant other or trying to be significant other. For somebody else, this could have been an individual that wanted to go into a partnership with you, like a business deal, or they seen the talent that you were capable of and they wanted to use it for something. And it was this pipe dream of, yeah, like you and I together. You're the person that would have been let's say, steering the main ship, riding the horse into town. You would be the victor, right? However, they wouldn't want your face to be seen. It would be, no, I get the praise. You do the work, I get the praise. Yeah, it's your idea, it's your talent, but I'm gonna mooch off of it and try to dress it up and make it sound like it was something else. Make it sound like it's a team effort when it wasn't. For the significant other vibe, there's a similar thing to that, like making you believe that you could defeat anything together. Give you this, give me attention, I'll give you attention. Look, we're always seen together, blah, blah, blah. But it was always something in their energy that felt a little off or not quite there. I'm seeing roses. And another Aretha Franklin song is coming through. 'Cause a rose is still a rose, but baby girl, you're still a flower. He can't leave you. Like, yeah, it's something to that. It's this telling you all the things you want to hear. Filling your ears with this just, we can be this. It's something about being things together, doing things together. Like, I'm gonna give you attention, but I'm not giving it to you the way you deserve, for real, for real. But I'm gonna make it seem like it. I'm gonna really make it seem like it. You gonna give, you gonna offer, you gonna be doing some of the work, but I'm gonna get the main credit. So it's like when you go out somewhere with this person, in public, they're loving and caring and all up on you and whatnot, and you get back to the house and they act like you don't exist. All of a sudden they're into hanging out with their friends or going out or playing video games, like doing anything but focusing on you. And again, if this was somebody entering some type of financial partnership with a person, it was the same thing. You do all the work. It's something that you both could have worked on together. Like, you both have the talent to do, and or you're the main talent. Maybe they just knew how to promote whatever it was. And instead of promoting it like you did it, they want their face to be the headline of this, right? So it's like in a relationship, I want to look like the good boyfriend or girlfriend. Like, I'm the person who's keeping us afloat, keeping us together, for real, for real. In public, making it seem like, yeah, I support us being a team and doing things together, and we both contribute to this relationship. It's a pipe dream. They lying. They telling everybody this fantasy tale. It's a daydream. That wasn't what was going on. But because that might have been something you strongly craved, you fell for it for a moment. Something always felt a bit off, though, because you were always left hanging when you shouldn't have been. This person, it's two groups here. There's two groups here, and they're both going through a similar thing, but from different perspectives. One of you is going through it from the perspective of a person that was trying to be a lover. Another individual is going through it from the perspective of a fake friend or a fake business partner. Somebody pretending that they support you when they really don't. They give you fake attention. It's not real. It's you know this because once you're in private, whatever they was doing in front of people or when they wanted something from you, that ish turns right off once you're alone. This person always pretty much makes you feel like that. They like to sabotage things. They like to show up places and probably show their ass because they know if you're a private person and somebody shows out, you might be more likely to just want to leave a space so that people don't be in your business, or you're more than likely to kind of keep quiet as they say little things under their breath, argue about it later. But in reality, you really don't want to fight. You really don't want the conflict. You're really not here for the drama. And this person used to just always bring it. It's a way of keeping your vibrations low. Especially if they felt like you weren't giving them attention. The reality is, I want you to look at this, the 6 before the 5 here, right? Let's say this is the attention that you deserve. Okay? You deserve the praise, you deserve attention, for things that you do, just in a loving, organic way, whether this be friendship, whatever. This is what you got. Nothing. Defeated energy, sabotage energy. This was the dream. That's the reality. They want to argue with you when you don't want to argue. They want to disrupt your positive energy, and you probably would get into arguments and say that, like, why you gotta come up in here with this vibe? Like, everything was cool until you showed up here tripping. Why are you even tripping? What's the malfunction? They never got a good reason. You just get on my nerves, or this thing just got on my nerves. Like, somebody else do something to them, but somehow they're mad at you. Like, okay. Right? Acting like things are a teamwork, when really you're sitting there just feeling like everything's on you, probably making you feel guilty at times when things didn't pan out correctly because of their mess up, but somehow it's your fault, but it was their mess up, right? Oh, but we're a team. Yeah, we're a team until it's them in the spotlight, or it's them wanting to gain something whenever it's supposed to be a team effort. And then when something doesn't quite work out, somehow it's all on you. It's no longer on the person who wanted to be the face of everything. It's just on you. They're a liar. They're a cheater. This person could leave you stranded, but like the song says, you hold the power. I recommend somebody listens to, because even more so than the other song, Rose is coming through the stronger. Maybe someone's name is Rose, or you like roses. Roses might be significant to you for some reason, but that's really standing out to me. So look for Aretha Franklin featuring Lauryn Hill, Rose, and just listen to the song. It's something about that for you. This person was making you think, I can make all your dreams come true. I can just, like, filling you with a cup of bull. Okay, the page normally comes in with good news of surprises, and I feel like whenever you had good news, this person wanted to stomp it out, or they would give you good news, and then when the reality kicked in, it was nothing but betrayal, a liar, a cheater. This is, if this is a connection that's ended already, this was a painful ending, but it was a necessary ending, and now you're in the process of having to heal, purge, and let that go. Allow yourself to let that go. You don't need to stay in that energy anymore. It might have hurt, for some of you it hurt really bad, especially when it was a lover, because you probably trusted this person with things you didn't trust other people, or even other lovers with. And there were these red flags, and you might find yourself also feeling guilty because it was like, I should have peeped it. That time they said this, that time they did that. You can't be mad at yourself for what you didn't know or didn't see. But once you synced it, once you peeped it, once you started making the changes, that's the you that you have to see and commit to. The you that realized this ain't right. This person's trying to keep me tied up and stuck somewhere, keep me from living my dreams, keep me from being in a happy relationship, maybe even trying to make you feel damaged so that they can always come in. You're going to always be that damaged friend who they can come in and act like Captain Sava. You're going to be that lover who they can always come back to and say, but you know me and you and da 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 da. You're not meant to be that free. You're not really stuck. You're not really trapped. You don't have to tolerate any of this. You might have gotten with this person young, or you could be younger. They could be younger than you, but you could be younger than them. Because that line keeps coming back. A rose is still a rose, but baby girl, you're still a flower. It's like you're still inexperienced to something. It doesn't have to be, like sex or anything like that, but there's something that you're inexperienced with, and you can't be mad at yourself for not knowing at the time that you didn't know, but now that you know better, you must take the responsibility of showcasing that you realize. You get what I'm trying to say? I don't want to, the energies can sometimes make things feel preachy. I don't want this to feel preachy for some of y'all. Some of y'all, that's not the way for you to receive it necessarily, and this is collective, so I have to respect all of you who watch. Otherwise, I would just let the energies say and do what they want in that regard. But you have to let yourself in the sunshine here. You can't believe that something's over. It's that part of that song. Don't believe that life is over just because your man is gone. This person wasn't meant to be your man or woman or whatever they were to you. They were really never meant to be that. But there's a lesson that you can learn from having experienced them that can help you in the long run moving forward. Don't let it make you jaded. Don't let it make you put up walls with situations and people you don't need walls up with. But do learn when somebody comes around you and that energy ain't right. And don't feel ashamed to bounce from that energy when you know that. Don't let nobody guilt trip you into thinking you have to maintain connections, friendships, partnerships, whatever, just because. Like, oh, just because I was with this person a year, or this, that, and the third, or, oh, we knew each other since high school. So what? That don't mean nothing. It didn't mean nothing to them. When they were hurting you, that didn't mean anything. When they were out there cheating and running the streets, it didn't mean nothing to them, right? So why should it mean anything to you? For them, on their behalf. Nah, never that. Let's get into your healing. I almost went into the crystal one first. So it's going to be something really important in that deck for y'all. But let's get into this. Your healing for pile 2. Yeah. Some of you may resonate with pile 1. Only watch that one if you feel moved to. We have take the mask off. This isn't in reference to you though. In the other reading, it was more so in reference to the person the reading was for. This is in reference of them. They wore and still wear a mask around you. If you're not around this individual anymore, it's pretty much you still healing from the pain of what they do. You might find yourself always questioning if somebody's being real with you, if someone's being genuine. And it's piggybacking off of this. You've got to allow yourself to build up the strength and the awareness within yourself. I mean, you have the strength not only because you survived this, but because they can't take ish from you. These people can't take nothing from you. They can't take your innocence. They can put you through all kinds of hell and still not take anything from you. That's an illusion. And when you let that illusion go and you come to that realization, that's your biggest win ever, because they're no longer able to come in and utilize what they left as a trigger for you anymore to their advantage. They're no longer going to be able to come in like a phantom and tie you up and make you feel stuck and put you in conflicts and just wear you out. They're no longer able to do that. Okay? We have 33, which is also the number 6, and we have sexual arts here. This person probably used a lot of sexual influence on you, for those of you where this was a connection like that. Okay, they would use intimacy, fake intimacy, because they really weren't being intimate. It was an illusion of that. But they were utilizing that to try to make it seem like y'all were more compatible. Probably when you were mad at them, they wanted to screw. Probably when they did something wrong, they wanted to screw. They're like, that's so, They put a Baby Boy, the movie Baby Boy. That's the face that popped up, how he would do Taraji's character, Tyrese. I forgot Baby Boy's actual, like, the character's name and her name, but how he would just do her dirty, like literally would be over the other person's house doing some crazy ish. And then the moment she found out, he back at her door. And don't let the ending of that movie confuse you. No, you're not meant to tolerate that. You're not meant to feel like, yeah, if I just wait here, this person would eventually, no. Sexual compatibility and getting off is not the same as climax and divine compatibility. They're not the same. Another person who's like maybe mooching off of you could be trying to make you feel like you need to hide your sensuality. They probably try to make you feel bad about your sensuality. Let's say that you're naturally curvaceous, or you're thick, or you're whatever your shape is, you're thin, but you're cute. You look good as you. This person might always try to make you feel like you need to cover yourself. This person could also try to, for those of you where it's not a lover, it's like maybe a friend or someone trying to be a partner, they could try to make you also do things that would be selling out your own energy. Okay, so this is like having a friend that tells you dumb stuff like, just, use a woman or a man to your advantage and use your sex appeal to do this to them and do that to them. That energy, doing shit like that comes with consequences. And those people suffer from them consequences on a regular basis. This is like someone trying to talk you into doing things you should not be doing. Something that they have experience in because they're messed up, but you don't have experience in, and you don't need experience in it. And they're trying to take advantage of you, making you feel like you'll be selling yourself out, selling your own self short. You don't let nobody put you in that kind of predicament. If this is somebody young coming across this, right? Let's say you 18, you 19, you 20. You don't let nobody put you in that kind of predicament. If you don't have a sister to tell you that, if you don't have a older relative or a friend to tell you that, I'm gonna tell you that. You don't let nobody make you do something that isn't safe, or make you feel like you got to take advantage of someone sexually. You've got to wear a mask and be fake and pretend to be something else just so you can get ahead. They're not happy with what they are. And that's why they want to damage you. They've already done enough. You don't let a man come in and make all these false promises. He never delivers on any of them, but he expects you to show up and show out when he wants you to. That's not how this works. You're a prize. So you don't let somebody treat you like you're some cheap thing on the corner that they can pick up for $1 or a penny off the dollar. We ain't got time for that. You don't have time for that. You understand? You don't have time for that. Whatever their issue is and their problem is, you don't let them guilt trip you into thinking you've got to be that dependable friend. You've got to be that dependable girlfriend, boyfriend. I don't care if you're a boy. If you were my brother, I would tell you the same thing. You don't let nobody use you. You don't let anyone dim your energy, be it sexually, physically, mentally, whatever else. Find yourself selling out. And you know what they'll do? Laugh at you. Because they got this on lock. You the flower here. Be you man or woman, you're the person who they feel they can take advantage of because of your lack of knowledge or experience with something. So they'll laugh the moment you fall, and probably already have for some of you. When you start getting stuck, when you find yourself in conflicts you never asked to really be a part of, when you find yourself hurt, injured, sore, sticking out the back, it's not going to hurt them. They're going to go on about their way. But the moment you start actually really standing in your power, when this is no longer coming from someone fake and it's good news coming from someone positive and productive, when there's a real partnership that comes in or a real team effort, real supportive people come, watch these be the same fools that'd be like, oh, so you going to turn on me? Oh, so you going to choose them, but what we had together, but they were never there for you prior, right? Peep the signs. You smarter than that. Peep the signs. Younger, older, you could be 45, you could be 50. Peep them signs. Move it along. You're going to do what you want to do, but you're seeing this for a reason. If you were someone that was thinking of becoming like that whole mentality of you can't beat him, join him. Well, if he gonna do dirt, I'm gonna do dirt. You don't let nobody have that kind of control over your body and your mind and your spirit like that. I don't care who tries to justify it out here in these twisted ass streets. You don't become something like that because someone else did it. People who do that always end up regretting it, because eventually, just like they screwed you over and you were something good, you're gonna find yourself screwing somebody else over. Some of y'all might have kids, you might have daughters, you might have sons, and you're telling them to do that same raggedy ass shit that was done to you. Stop it. Somebody needed to hear it just like that. Don't let love and hip hop get you confused out here. I don't care what your ethnic background is. I don't care what your religious practice is. You know right from wrong. And this person wants you distorted. And again, it don't hurt them. It really doesn't. You know what they're going to do when you try to play that game of, oh, they did me dirty, let me do them dirty? I knew it. I knew it. They tried to act like they were better. They tried to do this. They tried to do that. Blah, blah, blah. You just give them justification for everything they've ever done for you. Everything they've ever done to you. To them, it's justification. It's still a win. They'll be annoyed, but you know what they're going to do with that annoyance? They're going to go out that door and they're going to still pop off on somebody else or dick down, coochie down someone else. They're not going to all of a sudden have an epiphany that no. That's not how that works. And eventually, when they get tired after they've used up all your energy and used up everything you have to offer, they're going to bounce. There'll be no sorry. There'll be no baby please. You know what pisses people like them off? When you find genuine happiness. That's what pisses them off. When you can move on and not be affected by their energy, that's what pisses them off. And quite frankly, that shouldn't even be why you're striving for your own happiness. You should be striving for it because you fucking deserve it. Period. Because it's your birthright. Period. Not because, oh, I want to get somebody back. There's a hostility here in this energy, like somebody needs to be told off this way for some reason. So for others, hey, it is what it is. right? Maybe some of y'all need to hear it that way. It's like somebody needs a fire lit under their butt. If this is a partnership, the same thing applies. If somebody claims they want to be a business partner with you or be a friend with you, but they're screwing you over, that's not friendship. That's not partnership. Stop supporting these twisted ass mentalities. That's not helping you. They'll drain and suck you dry, make you think you're one of them, and then instantly turn on you the moment there's something else that they want to move on to. And you'll be the person now stuck, feeling like a sellout. Feeling like you can't find this actual essence anymore. Feeling like you have to wear a mask all of a sudden because this person wore a mask with you. Monkey see, monkey do. You ain't a damn monkey. So stop it. Whoever needed to hear it that way, that's said with love, and the tone that it's being given is the tone that I feel like somebody important to you said to you before, and you just kind of disregarded it. You might have lost that friend because, I'm gonna be real with you, there are people who they'll love you and they'll try and they'll try and they try, and when they keep seeing you sign yourself up for something crazy, they can't deplete themselves. Just like you shouldn't be depleting yourself for this, they can't deplete themselves by trying to stay beside you as if they're co-signing bullshit when they're telling you like this isn't right. I wouldn't do that to you. You wouldn't do that to me. So why are you allowing somebody else to do it to you? That's not cool. And you might have found yourself snapping on that person. Somebody needed something here like that happened for someone. It's not channeling for no reason. Somebody might have snapped on a person that was genuinely in their corner, messed up a good friendship for this dude, for a piece of ass who treats you like an ass. Stop. I could see if this was ooh, it's a divine connection and it's a genuine thing and they love you and they're taking care of you, and somebody again, y'all might need to watch Power 1 so that y'all understand the differences. Okay? So that you understand the difference. But it's like whoever might have been trying to have your back, or whoever is somebody that you would have trusted to give you good advice, maybe they're no longer with you, whatever it may be, maybe passed on, maybe they just left you alone. That advice rung true and you've seen it, and you playing boo-boo the fool isn't helping. It's just going to hurt you more. There will be no one to blame at that point but yourself, because you were peeped to game and you seen it. You can't blame yourself when you really don't know. But once you start to know that know better, do better, and you just of your own accord decide to support a certain thing, there's very little anyone else can do other than to encourage you to be better. And that can only go but so far too. We're going to get into your crystal healing because we have transformation here. It's time to shed the old skin of this situation. This person who hurt you, this person that for some of you is still hurting you and still popping up and still creating an issue. Close the door for good on that. You asked for a sign. You asked for guidance. Some of y'all said you didn't care how harsh the guidance may have to be. I'm not going to turn into a bitch on you. Some people like to do that because they just like being bitchy. Some people just like cussing someone out. I'm not going to do that. But I'm going to tell you like I would tell family. Leave that alone. It's your choice what you do. Whether you do it or don't, the consequences, the pros, the cons, that's your field. But if you were looking for someone to verify, you see it. They lied. They were a cheat. They were a cheapskate. For some of you, it was somebody trying to get in your jaws. For someone else, it was someone trying to maybe dig in your pocket or utilize your talents, mooch off of you. The friend that always wants to take you somewhere, but only you pay. Not because you offered. That's a different thing. If you offered, like, I'll take care of it, that's one thing. But no, they go, oh man, I left my wallet. You got it? Oh girl, you know I'll pay you back. Oh bro, homie, look, like, cause you scored. Every time? So you just forgot your wallet every time? Every time though? Okay. The ex that keeps on forgetting important events when it's for you, but heaven forbid you forget theirs. They dang near forgetting your birthday, but you forget that they wanted to buy something on a certain day, or they wanted to go chill. I told you I wanted to go do this, that, and the third. How come you never listened to me? Blah, 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 blah. All you asked for was them to remember to like take the trash out of some shit. Like they acting like you hounding down their neck. You forgot something simple, something they could have texted you about as a reminder, and it's a big deal. You know these signs. Spirit's like, it's time to shed that old skin. These people are snakes. Snakes have they have a lot of different meanings, but snakes can represent somebody sneaky, shady, shiesty. Snake can also represent needing to shed skin. This person changes phases. So you need to shed the skin that's attached to this person. You need to shed the situation and allow yourself to transform and leave them in the grass where they belong. Some snakes are poisonous for a reason. And I feel like some of you think you're immune until you're not. We have angels, spirits, and guides. This energy, the way it's got me talking, somebody told you this before. There's an energy, there's a person, there's a spirit, an ancestor. Somebody told you this before. Notice it says upper world. They in the grass. Upper world is where you're supposed to be. You can keep on asking. That's what you feel you must do. It's like there's an energy of someone wanting to be a little defiant. That's on you, boo-boo. Let's get into the chakra energies here, which are a huge part of the healing as well. We have universal chakra, healing. Very first thing, healing. I'm not hungry, but my stomach keeps feeling like it wants to growl and like it's growling. It's like someone's hungry for a certain amount of affection, or hungry for like feeling as if you got people in your corner or support, that you're almost putting up with anything when you shouldn't. Don't just tolerate any old thing. Don't lower your vibration for anyone, for anything at all, ever. You might slip up on occasion. Cool. Get yourself back on track. You don't fall and then just decide, okay, I'm gonna lay on the ground. I'm gonna just lay here because I fell. It's like I got a little tiny, itsy weetsy little cut on my knee, but I'm gonna cry like it's a gash. No. You're connected to the universe. You're connected to higher energies. You don't need to tolerate some low in the grass. I'm hearing my grandmother say, lay it low, spread it wide type of people, situation, person, creature, whatever. We have soul star chakra, soul purpose. And again, we have universe because we have gateway to the universe there. I'm reading off the ones that matter for your reading. You've got a lot more power and a lot more energy in you than you realize. And this is just somebody trying to block it, feed off of it, keep you from realizing and utilizing it. And we have spirit chakra, a lot of spirit energy around you. Pow 2, child, listen. Did not expect y'all to not, first of all, I didn't expect y'all to take this long. But take from it what you need to take from it. Leave what you don't. You know what applies to your situation. At some point, I'm gonna have to try to lighten this video because at some point during your reading, even the light started getting dim. Whatever this is, you want it to get to the bottom of it. You've gotten to the bottom of it. You were wondering why they hurt you. The reason to the whys, they're honestly, they just are what they are. It really, in other words, there's no need for you to care from the extent that you're looking to see if there was something you did wrong or if, you deserved it. No, you didn't. But you got to take responsibility for what you're allowing, if you're even still allowing this. And if you have truly moved on, don't be a sellout. Don't all of a sudden make your energy turn into something that you can't stand just because of how somebody in the past treated you. Your spirit guides have told you this. You were asking for signs, asking for advice. There you go. You wanted to see a transformation in yourself. Here it is. And that transformation involves you rising above those low down poisonous snakes in the grass. There's a lot of universal energy around you, soul star power within you, and spirit power within you. And you need to allow yourself to accept that so that you can elevate where you need to be. May this give you the clarity and the guidance that you need. Remember that you are loved. Ring out your reading. Peace, love, and light, beautiful souls.
Get your copy of Love Confession Cyber Edition. Link in bio.